Hi everyone and welcome to 3 Charts in 1 with me, Richard Perry, market analyst for Infinox on Wednesday the 31st of August. Now we're in the middle of the week, so let's have a look at how markets are shaping up. We've got 3 charts today. We've got Euro Dollar, we've got a move lower on silver, and also how the outlook on NASDAQ futures are looking. So let's get straight into it with this Euro chart. What we have is this potential recovery. It's interesting that we're starting to see Euro maybe even outperforming, maybe recovering. We've seen in the last few sessions ECB speakers increasingly coming out hawkishly and suggesting more higher rates, and it really is helping the euro. It's helping to drive this euro dollar high even amidst dollar strengthening, and we can see that with two closing positive candles and a third one developing here today. Look on the 4-hour chart, nothing yet decisive, but if you can see the market, I think, breaking above the old level of 100.35, I think is an important break, because I think it starts to then generate the upside momentum. This candle here was on Friday. If I get the 4-hour chart, the 1-hour chart, you can see this candle was basically on Jerome Powell's speech when he turned hawkish, or gave a hawkish speech, and subsequently the dollar strengthened. But the market has recovered mostly all of that now, not too far much all of that, and it's now starting to really generate, I think, positive momentum in a recovery. So a breakout certainly back above 100.50, yesterday's high, would generate that momentum, and then you can start to see the resistance coming in 100.90, but essentially 101 figure area, these old lows up towards 102 figure, 102.50, that starts to be recovery within the downtrend, and that is essentially what we're looking at. I think a recovery within this downtrend up into the resistance. You've got the 55-day moving average, which is a really good basis of resistance now. That's still way overhead at 102.20, so I think there is still room for a fairly sizable recovery in this market. And essentially every time you gets back towards 99 figure to 99.05, 99.50, you get that support coming in, get buyers coming in. So I think this is a recovery play building, and that there is that potential for further moves towards that 101 to 102.50 area. So on the silver chart, what we've seen is the sharp move lower, then a recovery, but the recovery started to falter around this sort of pivot area resistance. You get the crosshair on that. You've got the old highs that come in around 1940 area up towards the old low at 1954. That is a band of resistance, and that capped the rally last week up until Friday's Jerome Powell speech, when precious metals fell sharply on the back of that. And I think what we've seen is that we've got a move to the downside, and I think lower highs and lower lows, and we've seen them again, the move lower today, yesterday into the close, and a little bit of an intraday rally today, but essentially I think that this is likely to be another sort of selling opportunity. You've got the overhead supply again on a near-term basis between sort of 1870 up towards 1890 area. Overhead resistance is in place there, so I think rallies in towards that, which unwind the 4-hour RSI, would be seen as a chance to sell again, and anything back towards 50 ideally, but I think anything sort of around that 1870 mark, 1890 is likely to be seen as a selling opportunity, and then retesting the low, which is 1830, but ultimately 1814 is the key low from July. And finally, NASDAQ futures. Well, we've seen again the sharp, look at that massive sell-off. That was 3.5% of selling pressure on Friday on the Jerome Powell speech, and it really did complete this sort of top pattern area, which essentially does target this area that the market has found a low in. So essentially after that you start to look for the next signal. But what I'm looking at here is this support band here between 12.070 up towards 12.260 area. These old sort of pivot area where you had the breakouts and then tested and found as a basis of support again. You've seen that move coming back towards that. If I go out one more level, I can think you can see the importance of this support, where these were important breakouts that are supportive. And if you get the move coming back underneath 12.070, which was that reaction low from late July, if you see that support broken, that really does then turn the market completely around again. Obviously, at the moment, we are in this trending lower phase of lower highs where the market is sort of finding resistance at lower levels and trending lower. But it's not a decisive trend yet. It's not that long because obviously it's still unwinding essentially this move higher. But if it now starts to break underneath 12,070, that would be a really important breakdown, and it really would start to think about the lows again around that 11,000 area. But just for now, it is holding up support. Does this start to recover? Well, it certainly needs to get back above yesterday's high. Back above yesterday's high, you can really see a recovery building, I think, then back towards this old this sort of up downtrend here. But we need to see this recovery continuing back above yesterday's high, which was 12,655. So I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.